Welcome back, Coastal Bend. It's Chief Meteorologist Carly Smith. Here is a look at our latest satellite radar imagery, where our temperatures also are showing up much cooler. We're in the 70s. That's about where we're going to be all night long. I don't expect us to fall much cooler than that because that is also our dew point. And so with that being said, expect conditions when you walk outside, they feel very muggy, especially after the rain has moved through. Very muggy conditions showing up from Kingsville through Corpus Christi through Robstown. And so it just feels very warm and sticky. What I do want to point out, the next strong storm moving into the region is here near Hebbronville. That's going to be tracking a little bit to the northeast. So we could continue to see some heavy rainfall through Alice, Kingsville, Robstown, possibly Corpus Christi as we head into the overnight hours. What's going on in the big picture is we have our tropical low that we've been watching. National Hurricane Center is monitoring this low as an invest now. We'll talk about what that means in just a second, but the big problem maker is there's also a stationary boundary that is weakening as we speak. But the stationary boundary, I talked about this on Friday, is acting like a sponge, essentially. The atmosphere is a sponge, and we've got the humid air coming up out of the Gulf that's then being squeezed out by that stationary boundary, and that's what's dumping all the rainfall, especially the closer we are to this low. So those storms there in the Hebbronville area, more so associated with that tropical low, and it's going to continue. This low is moving back toward the Gulf, and so that's going to push a lot of that rainfall into the coastal bend over the next 2-3 hours from now. So overall, heavy rainfall is expected from Brownsville up through Louisiana and even Mississippi over the next couple of days. That's where our flood watch is in place. And so your flood safety reminders, move to higher ground, especially if a warning is issued and you know you live in an area that tends to flood. It's so important to know your hazard specifically. I can't keep track of everybody's house and everybody's impacts. Know that as we're headed, especially as we're heading into hurricane season. Do not attempt to drive through a flooded road. 1 foot of water can float vehicles. 2 feet of water can carry trucks and SUVs. Do not drive around barricades. So what is an invest? Invest 90L is now over Mexico. That means that the National Hurricane Center is investigating it. They're going to start running model data on it. We're going to start getting spaghetti plots. And so it's an area investigation. It'll get numbered 90 through 99, and then we restart even as the season goes on. L means it's in the Atlantic Basin. E would be the Pacific Basin. So here's that X marking the spot. Here's the area we expect that storm to have a chance of developing. The National Hurricane Center is saying it has a chance of becoming a tropical storm, but it's a very brief window where we don't have a lot of wind shear right as it moves over the Gulf. If it's going to get a name, it will be just a very brief kind of 12 to 24-hour period before I do expect it to weaken as it makes its way back on land and interacts with some wind shear once again. But heavy rainfall is expected ahead of this low, and so you'll see through 9 p.m. that's when those rounds that I was talking about near the Hebbronville area, I think they're a little bit further north, and we'll be dealing with some heavy rainfall through the coastal bend. We'll continue to see that into Tuesday morning. You will likely have some impacts with possible flooding on Tuesday morning as well during your morning commute. Once we get into the afternoon, though, and into Wednesday morning, drier air works its way in as we are on the backside of that low that is now tracking toward Houston, Louisiana. They will continue to see some impacts. Houston seeing better conditions by Thursday. Humid air is really going to stick around, especially because our southeast winds quickly return. There's another boundary that kind of sets up. We could see a few spotty showers there Friday and Saturday, lowering our temperatures, but heat turns the focus once again, especially by Thursday. We could be talking heat index values around 110, 111. So enjoy the cooler air today and tomorrow while you can. Reminder, handling the heat, this can be some of the most dangerous things. If you do happen to lose power with some of these storms, make sure you have a backup plan for somewhere to go with AC, because once those temperatures heat up, All of these things are going to be very important, and finding a place where you can take breaks in the AC if you do work outside, also very important. On your Tuesday, we keep conditions cooler. We see our best shot of rain in the morning, and then we'll see more isolated or scattered to isolated activity heading into the evening hours. Temperatures likely trending about 5 to 10 degrees below normal. Now let's talk about how much more rain we expect to see. So you're going to see this here through Wednesday morning is what we'll map it through. We still could see some pockets where we're talking an additional 7 inches of rainfall possible. But overall, through Wednesday morning, I would expect an additional 2 to 4 inches is going to be possible along the coast, and about 1 to 2 inches of rainfall for areas inland. But notice it's still spotty, so it's not a guarantee that you see the highest amount of rainfall, and it's not a guarantee you see the lowest amount of rainfall. Anywhere from about a half an inch all the way up through 7 inches of rainfall of additional rainfall is still possible as this system is moving through. 84 degrees, your high tomorrow. Our best chance of rain is in the morning hours. And then we will see those temperatures back in the 90s once that storm system moves back into the Gulf. And we